Hello again and welcome to the mystery section of this build. This time we get to see if the car will act like a genuine Italian vehicle and come up with all creative and ingenious ways to fail, or actually burst into life. That is, without any hesitation. Wait, what?
Jesus Christ, great.
Yeah, so there was no current flowing anywhere, and as a result I ended up inspecting the main harness wire by wire. But as usual, all this was in vain. So the next day I managed to bypass the main harness to test the engine bay wiring loop. This took a total of 3 days straight, dismantling the majority of the wiring, along with the fuse box to inspect and test everything. However, no faults were found in neither the wiring, along with the fuse box, nor the ECUs. However, after 20 liters of fuel, the fuel gauge seems to be not responding, but that issue will be addressed on another day, because right now the most important task is to get this engine started. Before I could start the engine, one of the fuel pipes cracked under pressure, but it was silver soldered and the problem was sorted. After a lot of investigation, it seems that when the engine was assembled, the distributor was timed with the cap the other way around. So the solution was to switch the high tension leads of coil A and coil B. Of course it works. You think I'm gonna spoil the fun and let you hear the engine running so soon? I guess you have to wait to hear the sound it makes. The first few seconds the engine was running, we noticed that it was losing oil. And this time, the fuel pressure regulator started leaking from its fittings. Oh, and I forgot to show you how the relocation of the oil pressure sensor looks like. This oil leak gave me a bit of a shock, because I did not foresee this problem. Back when the engine was assembled, there was a rear plug at the back of the engine, which was not tightened. But in order to get to it, it meant disassembling the flywheel cover. Now this sounds simple, however, since all the bolts are hidden between the steering rack and the subframe, this meant I had to dismantle the subframe and loosen the steering rack. As painful as it may have been, it had to be taken apart yet again. A lot of rust was found at the bottom section of the doors, because the previous panel beater had sealed the water escape holes, so it ended up rusting in places where the water sat. Regardless, the rust was repaired and the car was prepared for an all-over respray.